Welcome everybody to Forever Motorsports. Here we have just finished Monza's qualifying and this is the review for that. The big news of the day, Carlos Sainz, the Spanish man in the Ferrari at their home circuit in Monza, gets pole ahead of Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc also in third place, Russell fourth, Perez fifth, Albon in sixth, Piastri 7, Hamilton 8, Norris 9, Alonso 10. Reese, what a session we've just had.
Brilliant session here for qualifying 3. Absolute scenes here in Monza from the Tifosi, who are absolutely over the moon to see Ferrari first and third to start the Monza Grand Prix tomorrow afternoon.
It's exactly that. So all chuffed here. And of course, Ferrari did get a little bit in trouble earlier in the session with regards to too slow an outlap there. So we'll see if they're going to get a penalty for that.
It actually just came up now and it said no further investigation necessary for those drivers being a little bit slower than their regulated times that they have to do on an outlap.
Exactly that. So Ferrari have got pole for tomorrow, but let's go through the 3 sessions. Lance Stroll was garbage in the first qualifying session, finishing off in 20th, Magnussen 19, Ocon 18, Gasly 17, and Zhou 16th. The last ones eliminated there. Alpines have been slow all weekend and again starting right near the back of the grid, Reese.
Yes, very weird to see the Alpines struggling off the back of last race weekend where they got a pole, well, not a pole, where they got a podium position with Pierre Gasly finishing in P3. Lots of people in the comment section, though, saying that they are very worried about what Ferrari are going to be doing tomorrow in terms of strategy. We'll move on to that a little bit later, though. But carrying on from the bottom of the finishes from qualifying 1, we have
qualifying 2, yeah.
Well, just saying though, for qualifying 1, that everyone had to qualify on a set of hards because we are trialing that new format this race weekend for the second time. But yeah, Stroll down in P20, Magnussen P19, Ocon 18th, Gasly 17th, Zhou 16th, and Sargent 15th, the final of those to be dropped out.
No, Sargent made it through to Q2, of course, because 15th is, of course, the last position you can get in Q2. So we moved on into Q2. No red flags or yellow flags today, so clean qualifying, we will say that much, for all 3 sessions. So Q2, fairly uneventful, except for the fact that Hamilton was struggling ever so slightly and did manage to get there, and Norris only just scraped through to Q3. So those that we lost in Q2 were Sargent in 15th, Bottas 14, Hulkenberg 13, Lawson in 12th, and Tsunoda in 11th. The AlphaTauri is looking quick in the first qualifying session, but the second one, unfortunately, just eliminated there. And then we got, Reese, of course, into Q3.
Yes, Q3 is really where everything just went above and beyond, because the Ferraris were looking at a provisional pole already off the first set of qualifying attempts and then just absolutely taking it in that second qualifying attempt. They really had the pace to do it here today, and the Tifosi are super over the moon here. They will be looking though to tomorrow afternoon, where it really counts. Tomorrow's the race, and of course that's where you score your points. If you get it right in qualifying, you still have the race tomorrow to really do your work.
Exactly that. So Alonso finished off in 10th, Norris 9th, Hamilton in 8th. Not a great session for him there. Piastri in 7th. Albon, we always talk about Alex Albon, up in 6th. Q3 yet again gets 6th position for the Williams car. Fantastic job from him today.
Yes, Alex Albon, I keep speaking about him and heaping praise on him because he is doing so well this season. I'm just over the moon to see him being able to get a Williams up into Q3.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Brilliant from Alex Albon. Of course, Perez then, the other Red Bull driver to Max Verstappen. He finishes in 5th, Perez. Not too bad from him. Much better than recent times, of course. Russell up in 4th. Good drive from him. We were actually stuck under the radar there. But up in 4th is Russell for Mercedes. So he'll try and do something tomorrow. Ahead of them, of course, the top 3. Leclerc in 3rd. Verstappen in 2nd. And Sainz in 1st.
Yes, brilliant day from all of them out there today. But we'll be looking forward to the race tomorrow afternoon, where we hope all of you will join us, because it is going to be absolute scenes here in Monza. With, of course, Ferrari starting from 1st and 3rd, with Max Verstappen in between them, then George Russell starting from behind. I think it's going to be a very exciting first lap here in Monza.
Exactly that. So we're going to say, recent I had to predict earlier. I was the first one to predict earlier, so it's you now. So predict the race results. Our top 3 will be whom?
I'm going to keep going with Max Verstappen. I think he has the consistency to be able to get it throughout the race, as well as Red Bull are going to be there for him on strategy calls. I think he's going to take number 10 on the trot. Let's see, though, whether he can beat that Monza curse this race weekend. Of course, there is that to contend with as well. But Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz are going to be wanting to take that race win in front of their home crowd. So I'm going to say Max Verstappen P1, Charles Leclerc P2, Carlos Sainz P3. I think something's going to happen to Charles Leclerc. To Carlos Sainz in P1, unfortunately.
Well, here's a completely different and bold prediction, a very bold prediction. I reckon Max Verstappen does get undone by that Monza curse, and this is how it's going to happen. Here it talks about a hell of a prediction. Sainz will win tomorrow's Grand Prix because he will go in without damage. Verstappen and Leclerc will touch quite badly into turn 1 and to both themselves take themselves out of the race. No, I'm joking. Verstappen's going to finish first, Sainz in second, and I'm going to say George Russell in third.
Yes, well, some bold predictions here, but let's see what happens tomorrow in the race. I would love to see Alex Albon making his way onto the podium, but that still seems a little bit unlikely. But you never know. It could be quite an interesting race tomorrow. Still some predictions of rain coming over the circuit for the race tomorrow afternoon. Do be sure to join us, though, for our coverage of the Italian Grand Prix.
Indeed. Thank you so much for joining us on Forever Sports. It's been myself, Mark, and Reese alongside me, of course. That has been the Monza qualifying sessions there. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos for future, as well as, be sure to go and check out the membership parts of this channel when they should become available. And again, join us in our next sessions. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.